Hello and welcome. My name is Jonathan Lopez, and on behalf of Janice Gonzalez, Andrew Enfield, Charles Simmons, and Paul Tatarian, we are Team 18, and we are here today to make some suggestions for the Bet Spring Company as it relates to culture, communication, and incentives. We're going to make these suggestions by basing off what the Bet Spring Company is today, what their future aspiration is as stated by William Betts VI, and how we can achieve these future goals by looking into culture, communication, incentives of other companies and benchmarking off of what they are doing currently. And now here is Paul Tatarian to tell you about Bet Spring Company today.
Betts already has an outstanding culture underway, but is always looking for ways to improve, which means keeping customers, employees, and suppliers happy at all times. Communication. Betts has three different types of locations, which includes retail, commercial, and lifetime vendor locations. Among these three different types of locations, only upper management is issued Betts email addresses and work phone lines, which sometimes makes it difficult to reach the average employee. Incentives. Motivation is one of the highest priorities to Betts. Betts finds the simplest way is to acknowledge workers for hard work and reaching goals. This is Betts as they operate today. As they have a secure system in place now, they do see room for improvement in the future.
The future of the Bet Spring Company is to make improvements on their culture, communication, and incentives. And according to William Betts, my goal is to make certain we continue to improve upon the great culture we have today. If we do not move forward and continually improve, we will become irrelevant and stale, and we do not want this to happen. So we stay focused on doing what we can to improve the lives of our team, customers, suppliers, and community by making our company a place people want to work, suppliers want to partner with, customers want to buy from, and the community benefits from. Now that we understand more about the Betts Company as they operate today with culture, communication, and incentives, here are our suggestions as how they can improve upon those three areas. First up is Charles Simmons here today to talk about the culture of the Bet Spring Company and how they can improve upon that by benchmarking off a model company such as DPR Construction.
DPR Construction's culture gives their employees a strong sense of purpose and value. Some of DPR's core values are integrity by conducting business at the highest level possible, enjoyment by making work fun and satisfying for employees, uniqueness by standing strong in their core beliefs that separate them from other companies, and finally, improvements by DPR's efforts to continually to improve on past experiences. We believe if Betts adopts these core values, then they can create a better culture for their company. We also have come to the conclusion that Betts should have special days throughout the year. One day could be Founders Day, where each location celebrates the day that the company was founded. We also have come up with the idea of a Take Your Family to Work Day. This can be a company picnic or a barbecue where the company culture can be on display. DPR has been listed on 13th on Fortune's top 100 companies to work for in 2012. We believe if Betts adopts these culture, then they will also be on Fortune's list in years to come. Thank you, and Andrew will talk about communication.
Thank you, Charles. I'm Andrew Imfeld, and I'm going to talk about suggestions on how Betts can improve their communication today. The age of using company memos and TV commercials to communicate with employees and customers respectively are long gone. With this in mind, our team came up with a few options on how interaction between Betts and its customers can grow. First, Betts can create a blog feature on their website to both receive and give information to its customers. The well-known online shoe and clothing store, Zappos.com, has done this and in turn have reaped the many benefits. This blog would be used to advertise to its customers and communicate with them, as well as communicate with Betts employees. New key performance indicators could be developed right on this website/blog. Betts could receive direct feedback from its customers on the website through product reviews and different suggestion box type features. Lastly, we recommend using surveys to receive customer feedback. This can be done easily on the website and the data would help Bets learn and improve how to serve better. This data would be helpful in figuring out what business strategies work and which do not. In turn, each retail location could access this information online, see what would hurt or help the company, and adjust accordingly so that their location could be successful. Thank you, and now I'm going to pass it over to Janice, who's going to elaborate on our incentives program.
So for Bet's company to create an incentive program, it needs to do 3 things. First, make small, feasible goals that will contribute to the company goal, to the bigger goal. Second, to motivate the employees. And third, to provide opportunities for employees and for each location to perform at a desired level. Now, motivation can be done just by recognition and feedback. So using the example from the communications model, using a company blog would be a really good place to post recognition and feedback, not just by the company, but by the customers as well. And those customers should be able to put positive comments or suggestions about the company or an employee in particular. So this mentality is used by the leading bank of Australia, which embraces employee reward programs as a means of driving behaviors and revenues in a sustainable manner. So having this framework will allow everybody to have access to the company goals, to the feedback and recognition by using the company blog. And it'll remind everybody of the goals, and it'll allow room for motivation of employees without Bet's company having to micromanage everybody. And in doing so, this will also help address the leftover scrap issue as well. So knowing what motivates your employees is a really good way to start creating the incentive program. So using another example from the communications plan, post a survey for all the employees to fill out and ask, what motivates you? If you start with this and use a company blog, it'll help in maintaining consistency across locations without micromanaging your employees.
In conclusion, the Bet Spring Company has a number of options to choose in which they can achieve future goals in relation to culture, communication, and incentives. Our suggestions are as follows. For culture, the Bet Spring Company could have a Founders Day or a Family Day, in which case they can indoctrinate directly into the family and staff the culture the Bet Spring Company chooses. For communication, the Bet Spring Company can have an online survey or a blog. This would allow for real-time responses and better customer service relations. Then lastly, our incentive programs is going to be an organically based program in which the employees are not micromanaged and they developed what motivates them. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy our suggestions.